hope I hope you're back with me now, and I hope that wasn't too big of a bother. There's got to be a way that I can. Vicky thought maybe I could go into airplane mode and still go live, but I didn't know if I could do that. So I'm back, and I thought I better come back because I haven't introduced you to all the horses. But just to bring you up to speed, if you're barely jumping on now, you got to go back and watch my previous live, because I had someone who was without work and couldn't afford to feed their horses and reached out knowing that I help find homes for horses. And yet, I think I was just starting to say, we're not wanting to do this like big scale. I still have a full-time job. Blake's on his mission. Casey does sports. Vicky's busy editing her channel as well as this channel. We just don't have time to do this many horses. And so that's why I'm reaching out. That's why I decided to go live before we've even done any big videos. We're so grateful to those of you that have been watching Ombre and Luna, and our two heifers, Ebony and Ivory, and you've just been so supportive and kind. And so this was a shock that all of a sudden I have 7 more, and that I just don't have time. If I spent time with just 1 or 2 a day, it's going to take weeks to get them taught to lead and get them the help they need. So if there's any of you out there that are interested in some of these and could provide them a good home, and I really need not proof of a good home, but yes, proof of a good home, that you're gonna be able to take care of them, you have the means to take care of them, that would be awesome. Just because if a few of these were already to good homes, it would provide me a little more time, or I wouldn't have to spread my time out so much. But let me turn this around. So I'd already introduced, and again, go back to our previous live. I know I'm talking fast and I'm talking too much, but I've got to get to work. This mare here, that's her beautiful little stud colt, little boy. And Vernon, you just asked if they're all Mustangs. Yes, none of them are registered, papered horses. I have people get after me saying Mustangs are government. These came off the Navajo reservation. A friend out there reached out and said, I just can't afford to feed all of these and I'm out of work. So that I think this little stud colt is gonna be a beautiful little boy right there. Thank you so much, Inspired Clips. And Vicky, I don't know if you were able to get back on, but there you have it, guys. So then I introduced this 18-month-old filly. She's gonna be a beauty. They had actually started trying to teach her to lead, so she may be a little further ahead of the others. This big buckskin, I've reached out to a friend that his daughter trains horses, and I just think that would be a really good fit, because if he were trained, he would be awesome as a riding horse or a ranch horse or something like that. The gray, and I think her little foal is a filly. I haven't been able to look under there close enough, but from what I'm trying to see, I think she's a filly. And they just need groceries. They're super skinny, and mares get skinny anyway when they're nursing, but especially if they're not being fed well. And those of you worried that they're eating off the ground, I apologize. I try to feed them in feeders, but right now it's more important that they're eating than that I have it spread out. And I put stuff in that feeder right behind them, and they've obviously, there's hay that gets pulled out and they eat off the ground anyway. The one I have not introduced to you is such a beautiful little filly, and it's this Appaloosa. And she's, I'm guessing, just over a year old, and she doesn't seem too skittish. And so I'm excited. I think it wouldn't take much to get her gentled down and leading, and she's just a beautiful little filly. So there you have it, guys. I'm looking for good homes for these, and I would love to have the time to spend with each one and get them all healthy and fat and strong and trained and gentle. I just don't have time for all of them at once, and they all came at once right after I got Ombre and Luna. And Ombre and Luna are gonna take all the time I have, so it was just not good timing, and yet I couldn't not help. And so if any of you are interested in helping with either of these, well, I said that wrong. Ombre and Luna are not, I'm not asking that anyone adopt them yet. They've got a long ways to go, and I do have time for 2 of them. Inspired Clips, that's very kind. We do have an Amazon wish list. I think it's before most of our videos. If you'll just look in the description, I think there's a link to that. I'm not very good at that, but Vicky keeps up with that for us. Someone said, what's the sex of the other colt? I really think, oh, never mind. I think we have 2 little colts, 2 little boys. So this is a little boy, this is a little boy. But then all the others are fillies or mares, except for this big buckskin gelding. And like I say, I think he was one because of his age, that he, with just a little bit of time, he'll be healthy and strong and could start being ridden. The 2 18-month-olds have a year or so before you'd want to do anything with them, and by then they'll be strong and healthy. And then these 2 mares just need to get enough feed to be able to produce milk to get these babies weaned and where they're supposed to be. Someone just asked, how old is the buckskin? This one is 4. The other one is 18 months old. So there you have it. Well, guys, I feel bad that some people were on my previous live and I got cut off because of a phone call, and now there's not as many people on now, and so it kind of messed things up. But thanks for coming along. I hope some people watch this. If you want to reach out to us, you can email us at thefarmonroute66@gmail.com. Also, go watch Vicky's channel, Quick and Tasty on the Farm. That's my wife, Vicky, and she's amazing.